Monday, the 30th of March. And you might be wondering what happened in all the exciting days from when the last video diary ended and to this point where you see me in a jumper walking in circles in this kitchen with Sarah, yay! Why? What was I doing? Well, basically, apart from crying about the end of the universe, I was actually in meetings. Yeah, meetings on the computer, business meetings about financial structuring of films and pitching and things like that. A bit like the a bit like the meeting I had with Todd when we were talking about the book, except with investors and such like. So it was a little awkward to kind of think how we could get you guys in on that. But to be honest though, that makes it sound like I was working quite hard. For the most part, it was mostly just trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do with our time whilst we're in lockdown. And now we have a plan. So when it comes to the 31st of March, tomorrow, you'll get to see me again in a suit and tie. That'll be nice, eh?
Yeah, great.
Oh, but this important update is all about brownies. We're going to make brownies and custard. And guys, honestly, I am not going to subject you to a whole video of us making brownies. We're not going that far in the blog direction. But yes, right. Okay, maybe I'll show you one little video of the brownies when they're done. But then it's back to the hard business of financing independent horror fantasy action films and making lots of goodies.
And eating the brownies.
And eating the brownies. So, March 30th.
Bye.
Yeah. It's made. Nom 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 nom. So it is now March the 31st and it's Tuesday and I am still going on computers sending pitches for different types of projects and speaking with companies from around the world. And in just about 15 minutes, I have a conference call with a really interesting film production company and also games development companies as well. Now, unfortunately, I can't go into details about who those companies are or even exactly what the projects are, but at the moment, a lot of my day is being spent behind the computer, really trying to get projects off the ground because of the circumstances as well, which have impacted production so much. So, here we are, in quiet solitude, in the study. And yeah, let's see if we can get some more interesting things happening today. At least for the video. Oh my god, you're just stuck with my face. Man, it's a really sobering thought to think that you guys might be stuck with me in the office for days and weeks in these video diaries. Must have things to do, must have things to show you. But what's going on? Oh god. Well, here's something cool. I'm about to flip around the camera to show you the cover art for our first ever book. You remember I was chatting to Todd Sanders in the last video, who is our graphic designer who's working with us in the book. Well, look at the fantastic job he's done on the dust cover for this. Awesome, right? Yeah. So this will be going around the book and, well, I think we're just about ready to send that to the publishers. So Hex Arcana is going to be our publishing label, so that's really cool. Now let's see, what else do I have to do? Make more movie pitches? Maybe I should make a video about movie pitches. Okay. Hi, how are you doing? Are you being productive?
Yeah, I'm proofreading the book.
Oh, let's see, proofreading a book.
Yeah.
Oh, the book of beastly creatures.
Yes, I'm currently halfway through your novella.
Oh, my novella.
Yeah, this is my 4th time reading it. It gets better every time.
It's only about 1,000 words though.
It's only about 20,000 words.
Yeah, this is an important occasion though for Sarah, because Sarah is proofreading our book for the last time, and in fact is proofreading for the last ever time any of our publishing products.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, so do we want to have lunch?
Yeah, what you gonna make?
Lunch! Yay! Sausages, beans, and potato waffles! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, this is all important content for the history of us developing an international horror film studio and our project. And it's very useful stuff.
And if you wanted to finish doing the washing up, that'd be great.
Oh. Yeah, I will do the washing up. I am, after all, a modern man. But hi.
Hi. Cooking again.
It sucks because what they don't see is the second deal that I'm putting together for another feature film as well, a horror movie, which would be an international co-production. No, can't show that because it would, break the confidentiality of the parties that are coming together to make a movie. So you just have to rest assured that there's amazing stuff that you're not seeing right now, but that you are seeing the potato waffles. However, there is one thing though that I can show you, and oh, the kettle's on for a cup of tea. So Tom is in lockdown at the moment, but to annoy Tom whilst he's in lockdown, I made a very special video for him, which, as a fan of Radiohead, I knew he would appreciate, and it was a special message from Tom York, his favourite guy in the whole wide world. And here's the video. Hi there. This is a message for my friend and my biggest fan, Tom. This is a preview to my latest song. And it goes like this. So I hope you like that, Tom. Thank you.
Do you know how the first Tom came into being? He was an elf once, taken by the dark powers, tortured and mutilated, a ruined and terrible form of life, now perfected as my screenwriting Tom. Whom do you serve?
It's Laurie. Okay, this is exciting. What has just arrived to the letterbox but a letter that I have no idea who it is from. But as you can see, it's handwritten. It's from Brazil. It's marked urgent and it's covered with stamps. Okay, let's see what is inside this. Oh my god, this is exciting. Maybe it's like an elderly male fan of our films has decided to send a collection of nude selfie photographs. Oh, well, this is intriguing. A postcard and a letter, eh? Whoa. Oh wow. So that's a hand-drawn postcard. Laurie, from the New World to the Old World, the forces of the ancient continent meet with the local primal spheres and amalgamate with the early gods of the cradle of humanity in an infinite universe that surrounds from above to below. Signed Mario Costa. Wow, and there's a letter as well. Wow, a hand written letter. Dear Laurie, everything balanced in the spheres of the old world? Thank you for the postcard. This might refer to some promotional postcards we sent a while ago, which was nice to our fans, our supporters. I write this one just to make acquaintance as an admirer of your work and a friend of the light and shadows of the fantastic fiction. I am a semi-retired designer illustrator, which explains the cool handwriting, with some good professional background to publish some titles in Tache's illustrations now, among other things, and today I have the chance to work only on my own writing and vital projects and dedicating myself to the cinema, mainly fantastic cinema, my other passions besides graphic arts. Within the impossibility of producing fantastic cinema, I have on the sides, for cultural reasons, historical distortion here on these sides of a pseudo-local film industry. Yeah, well, we all suffer from the effects of a pseudo-local film industry, even in our part of the world. I keep the magic studying, watching and accompanying genre cinema, especially everything that comes from the off-Hollywood realm, so independent film like us. Places and people who create what is really fresh, creative and challenging, regardless of the budget or structure of production, distribution and etc. Of 10 having this special differential driven precisely by these restrictions. As a result, I have followed your work since the Unkindness of Ravens and participated in the Kickstarter of each one of your productions since, with admiration for your endeavour to create independent production company. Isn't that amazing? With two fantastic genre films and provocative filmography that is local and at the same time universal, with so much hard work and dedication that I know it all involves. May you keep your travels beyond the veil, your feet in the shadows, your heart in the light, and your mind in the universe. From the friend of the New World, sincerely yours, Mario Costa. P.S. We've got this little dude here. The image on the right of the classic European pentagrams, my interpretation of Tupa, the Brazilian native gods of Thondor, who dug not have visual representations, only oral, and the symbol of the left side is from Exu, a powerful deity of African religions associated normally with evil, that were brought here by the slaves on our colonial era and are still going in some syncretism with the dominant Christianity and mixed in the very fabric of this country's religiosity. There, people go to church, pray for saints and Christ, while at the same time light candles for spirits and entities, just in case. Humans are increasingly more evil, self-sufficient. Wow! So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this aspect of my creative work, it does take a lot of inspiration from ancient history and religion, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing that we get supporters and fans of our artwork that are so creative themselves that they would make this beautiful hand-drawn postcard, letter, all the way from Brazil. So my friend, if you're watching this, thank you so much for supporting all our films on the Kickstarters we've done so far, and I hope to see you on the journey as we make more weird horror fantasy films, and thank you so much. And also, great artwork as well. We'll be sure to check it out so that if we can work with you or do anything with you, then we will. And certainly, folks at home, that is one way to make an impression. So, yeah, cool. Thanks, Marco. Hi, Michael. Oh.
Hi.
That's beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Oh, look. I can get both our amazing faces on screen here. Great.
Nice.
Now, if I could just find a little tripod to put this on. Aha, here we go. Okay, that is horrific. What the fuck?
I have no idea. I think it's supposed to be like a wicked witch. But I think it's just the quarantine is taking its toll on me, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get rid of those filters.
And it sucks because I remember before the quarantine, our original plan was that me, you, Tom, and Sam, Sarah would keep a little unit tight. But of course, it's just the way it is. That it's just too.
It's not practical or safe, really.
Yeah, exactly. And so we've done the responsible thing, but it does suck. And it will suck for everyone at home as well because, you'll all be wanting to hang out with your friends and whatnot. But this call is about special effects. So I'm going to load up the spreadsheet that we had because Michael Brewster is a post-production effects artist, and amongst other things, you're kind of generally a computer genius in many ways.
I don't know if a genius is the right word, but something like that.
Like a living god. Let's see. Okay, folks, so for you at home, you might be wondering what this meeting is about. This is about special effects, digital post-production effects, because we are looking to develop a fantasy film. And we've done lots of effects before in our films, like The Unkindness of Ravens, had like lots of quite complex composites, and we've even done 3D before and all sorts of things like that. But this film that we're looking at would require things like 3D monsters at times and some, what I guess we'd describe as money shots of like armies of 3D guys. And we're also wanting to use, to be honest, mostly traditional effects like matte painting and everything like that. So we've been talking about all the different types of software that are at our disposal. Some of them software we already use, and other ones that we're thinking of integrating into our what we call post-production pipeline. And these include Unreal 4. Is that the actual title? Unreal 4.
The what?
The
It's called Unreal. I think it's Unreal Engine 4 or Unreal. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
UE4.
Cool. And we also have Maya, which is a traditional 3D app that's used for everything 3D modeling, animation. Fusion, which is a compositing app, which is similar to After Effects, although it has a lot more native 3D support, which is one of the reasons we're looking to transition onto that. Cinema 4D, which is a popular 3D app like Maya, but it's simpler, not as sophisticated, but also easier to learn. We've used that for a long time, and it's quite commonly used in broadcasting as well. Photoshop, of course, speaks for itself. After Effects rather speaks for itself as well. These are all 2D effects software, more or less. And then we have a couple of other interesting ones. Golem, which is a plugin for Maya, which is especially designed for the simulation of multiple 3D characters. Basically, if you think of like things like the Massive Engine, as it's called, that is used for Lord of the Rings 3D armies. And then Houdini, which is a volumetric effects package for simulating fire, smoke, and destructible physics. That's about right, eh, Michael?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right, so let's go back and talk about Unreal 4, as this is an engine that's normally used for game development, and we're thinking of using it for matte painting and 3D effects. So tell me your thoughts on that and what new stuff you've learned as well.
Well, it's really good for creating really fast really quickly creating massive landscapes that are 3D, and so sort of change them on the fly. I was looking at some of the tools that you can actually buy for it that can actually speed up the workflow. It's like preset brushes that have like loaded in textures, so that as you brush the landscape, it will automatically apply textures, so you don't have to manually paint. Like say for example, you make a hill. If you use a certain texture, it will create like rocky faces on the side, and maybe you can put some snow on the top. It will do it automatically.
Wow.
Just to speed up the workflow, and you can also auto-generate things like rocks and boulders and things.
That sounds like really good. Like,
and they're fairly cheap as well. All those add-ons, they're pretty affordable.
Cool. Okay, great.
And everything looks photorealistic. When you bump everything up and use the highest level of detail for the 3D assets,
Right.
it looked really realistic.
See if you could implement any 3D characters as well and make them do anything, like stand still or...
The Golem plugin has like an Unreal Engine plugin as well.
Oh, you're kidding?
So,
what, Golem can work with Unreal?
So you can
Oh my
implement 3D characters into Unreal with Golem.
So before I was saying Golem's a plugin for Maya, but Golem could work with, does work with Unreal. So you could create the landscape in Unreal and like a 3D army.
Let me just like double check exactly. Yeah, there's a Golem plugin for Unreal and Houdini 3ds Max. So yeah, you should be able to use the assets in different software.
Well, I really like what I'm seeing of the Unreal Engine, because it's like it's been designed especially to speed things up for game development and level design, and because the photorealistic renders would lend themselves to cinematic effects, then the fact that it could also integrate the plugin for like our 3D legions that sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely fantastic. So, in terms of like designing buildings, like say we want to make like a 3D castle or a city, right?
Yeah.
You would maybe, traditionally you would 3D model a bunch of residential buildings, maybe a couple of iconic buildings, and then you could kind of copy and paste them and muck them about. For building 3D models of buildings and stuff like that, what are your thoughts on that? Would you rather use Maya or Cinema 4D easier, or? Well,
there is you can model in Unreal to an extent, or at least to some extent. But I would say Maya looks quite good for modeling. But I would look at them all probably and see which one is actually the quickest.
Cool.
For the kind like architectural stuff's fairly easy because it's just straight edges really.
So what about destructible physics? Like for example, if we want a building to collapse, is that possible in Unreal?
I mean, Unreal, you use it for creating, say, cinematic cutscenes in games, and you'll have all sorts of things going on. So, it just depends on whether it suits our purposes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a game. So in a game, environments are supposed to be interactive and things are going to explode. It might just be that the graphics look a bit too gamey.
The physics engine behind it might be less sophisticated than, say, Houdini, which is actually a proper physics simulator. Just been getting an overview, because obviously I don't use all those softwares all the time, because it takes years just to master one of them.
Yeah.
So I've kind of been focusing a wee bit on Unreal 4 and the Golem thing in Maya, but probably best to have a look at Unreal 4 first, because I know that Golem can work. I'll familiarise myself a little bit more with Golem just to make sure that, just to see what the integration is like between Unreal and the Golem plugin. just to see what the extent of that plugin actually entails.
Cool.
Whether you have to actually generate something in Maya and then import it into Unreal or not.
Oh, losing your eyes again, Michael.
All right, sorry. I need to get one of those stands like what you've got.
Cool. All right. So yeah, throw all your time and energy into familiarizing yourself with Unreal. With the following priorities: obviously terrain, architecture, modeling, integrating 3D characters as well.
The moon is up on the mountain. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. On the mountain, the lunatics have taken over the asylum, waiting on the rapture. Singing to keep your prices down. Feed you to the hounds, to the Daily Mail. Together. You made a pig's ear, you made a mistake. Paid off security and got through the gate. You got away with it, but we lie and wait. Where's the truth? What's the use in hanging around, lost and found with your head in the sand? Bad chance, no plan, no regard for human life. Keep time, you've no right. Best to lose, win or lose. Jump the queue, go back again. President for life, love of all the flies in the sky, the beasts of the earth, the fish in the sea of lost command.
Yay! Woo! Hey! This is people clapping, one hand clapping for the NHS on the day of, is it April the 1st?
2nd.
April the 2nd, yay! Woo! Yay! Luckily, I'm fat enough that I can slap my tummy and make a good clapping sound, so that's good. We weren't as sure today if people would actually know to come out and clap, just because it hadn't gone out as much. But this is the second applause for the National Health Service in the UK, so that's wonderful. And that's it. Oh, the church bells.
That's really nice.
And I don't know if you can hear that, but outside, but that was also the church bells are all ringing out as well. So I think that's absolutely lovely. Don't you think, Darren?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, you expected this video blog to talk about films and stuff, but come on, an apocalyptic pandemic, people coming together, applauding, nurses and doctors, and the church bells ringing out. That's far more important than my,
Yeah, just a bit.
yeah. So you don't miss any of our future diary videos, please hit subscribe and the bell notification icon. And if you would like to support our channel, then please check the link, patreon/something, channel Hex. Oh my god, you can see the link and there's a button in the description. Oh, goodbye.